All right, all right. What's up, guys? Okay, this is the market update as promised. I'm not gonna keep it too long because actually it's pretty simple. We have a few indications about the market. We're gonna just look at those and then try to come to a potential conclusion based on that, and we're gonna basically build all our thoughts around that. All right. So first of all, I just want to check dollar here. I mean, if you look at this, basically what dollar does is it just tested this prior range highs, right? I'm just waiting for this to load. For some reason it doesn't. Yeah. Basically, yeah, here's it. Here it is. This was the prior range that it broke out from, and now it's testing it. It tested it basically. I posted this on Twitter that it could be the area for a potential bounce. But the idea was, yeah, if it was obvious that it was gonna bounce from somewhere here, but it wasn't so obvious if it's gonna do this or if it's gonna do that. Okay, now it looks like basically on the weekly time frame, it looks like it just broke out from this market structure and it's kind of shifting the market structure right now. So it's shifting from a downtrending structure to a potentially uptrending structure. This doesn't mean that just because it broke this high, it doesn't mean that we're automatically gonna switch to uptrending structure. Why? Because this is just one part of the equation. Okay, we still need to have this higher low, and then we have the structure confirmed, right? Because what could happen is we just break this and do something like that, right? That's why for the structure to be structure shift to be confirmed, you need to break first, and you followed by the break of this, and then the structure confirmed. Now you can short the fuck out of it. Okay, so at this point, the opposite side. Now the last high swing high is broken. If it does something like that and start bouncing, then that's the point that you should be, okay, this is the structure shift, basically. Now, for me, if I look at this, obviously it's not the best look because now it, it's showing strength, right? And it's not particularly good for other markets, basically. But it's still, if you look at this, it's still range bound. So if it does something like that and that, then I'll be looking to short the market basically. And instead of shorting dollar, I will basically long other dollar pairs like euro dollar or some indices maybe. So that's that. But whatever it is right now, just not assuming anything. The picture in front of us says that okay, this is like there's a significant difference now than whatever has been happening prior, right? Because it has been weak, printing lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. Now it printed the weekly higher high. So this is not something to ignore, but not the end of the world, basically. That's what I'm saying. So let's check the indices. Actually, what we've seen in dollar, uh, Nasdaq actually confirms that, right? Like it has had an amazing year 2023, but this looks like shit, basically, in two ways. First of all, for the first time during this time, now we basically let's switch to daily. For the first time, we have the low broken, right? We have, these laws never been broken before, right? But this one did. Also, on the daily, now what we're seeing is this was a high, that was a low, that low high. Now we also broken this, right? We broken this one also, and we printed a lower high. If it just does this, then also this trend would be confirmed to the downside, right? So that's not that that's not good, basically. And if you look at it right now, if this weekly closes below this area, just a sec, below here, and then this lower high would be confirmed also with this lower low. So that will be the first weekly shift. You see here, we have this structure, then the structure shifted, and we printed this higher low, and then we had the trend. Now it's the first time it's doing this, so it's not really the best scenario, basically, especially for equities, right? So that's that. Matching it, this idea with dollar, it's not the best look for the assets that we're trading, basically, that we're interested in, which is like equities and crypto, basically. And pretty much and this guy is even looking worse, right? This already broken the weekly structure here. It just came up here, printed the high, and then low, and then a lower high, and then now it's printing a lower low. So this is already looking pretty bad. Also, this whole structure, you can argue that this is the high, this is the low, and this is the potential lower high on this time frame, right? Not a good look at all. So let's come back to crypto and let's check what our big boy is doing. So, as you know, just a second, let me delete all this shit. We don't need all this. Okay. So, what we need here is, this was the weekly level that hasn't been broken, support, and then turn into resistance. Now it's also resistance. Also, this level has another importance, which is it's also the midpoint of this 2022, right? So if you look at it like this now, as you see, that level is also almost exactly the level or the weekly support level, which turned into a resistance. So it is resistance now. Combining this with the info we got from dollar and the TradFi side of things, not a good look either, right? The only, how do you say, the only hope that we have is this level, which was the daily level, basically, or this is probably the weekly level also. I don't know. The weekly level basically is this. That daily level is being protected, right? See, obviously, think of it like this. This was the low, that created the high. So basically, automatically, you should be thinking that whoever shorted here, this is the first area to take profits, right? Because it just makes sense because that's the law, that's the latest law. And whoever is going to long, this is the best place to long because this is as close as you can get to an invalidation, basically. Because if we're going to go up, we shouldn't be breaking this. So whatever you're gonna do is you're just gonna do something like that. Try to enter the position as close as to this area, and then hope for another high, right? As long as the structure is intact. For now, it looks like it is, but it's kind of suspicious. That's why this is good because you see there's a battle going on here. Whenever the price comes down here, it's been rejected, like for the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5th week now. But the problem is, yes, this is good, but it's not rejected strong enough. You see, rejected, went up there, to this area, okay, and rejected from here also. Come back to this area, rejected again. It just didn't go too far, right? We when it gets rejected like this, we want this to like run, but it didn't. So that's a problem basically. That's a big problem. Also, if we look at the indicators, obviously, all this time RSI has never been below 50. All this run up till the start of the year. It's the first time it's lingering below the 50. So this is also another pretty good sign. It's below this gray cloud, which is the EMA cloud, which I'm using. It's below the EMAs, below here. The AO also, see, going negative right now. Not the best picture, really. Not the best picture. And the last point of defense is basically this area. It's basically here, which has proven to be the uh, defense point. On basically Binance, it did hit this area. Let me see if I can find that. So yeah, in here for this is Binance, right? Okay. In Binance, it did hit this zone. So that's a zone, and it hit that zone, but it didn't go too far. That's the problem. That's a big problem. We want something like, we want this, a quick move away, a powerful move away, but it just cannot manage to do that. That's why I'm not really, if you ask me, I'm not, there's something certain, I'm not bullish at this point, just because of what I see from the charts. It doesn't mean that we cannot start running strongly from here. I don't mean that. But whatever I see on charts doesn't how do you say, convince me to be bullish about this. Okay, so I'm bearish basically until I see something substantial. Until I see something like, until I see a change of this picture. It can change because this is trading, everything can change. That's what people don't understand. Most of people don't understand. I can be bearish right now, but if the market does something, like this, for example, tomorrow or 2 days later, and then I can switch bullish because I don't control the markets. You don't control the markets. Markets are markets. We just our job is to take position or no position at all, depending on what we see. And if there is a change, then we should switch and adapt to the new idea. We shouldn't just force our idea on the markets because we're not smarter than the markets. You cannot win against the markets. That's why you need to let the market do its thing, and then you tag along. You don't just force your idea into the market. You're often gonna lose, and I can guarantee you that you're gonna lose more than you're gonna win. That's why what we need to be acting on what we see, and what we see right now is not bullish. I know, some of your favorite CT accounts are calling, I'm gonna buy your bags and all this bullshit. It's nice for engagement, but in reality is I don't see that. I don't see that strength. The only positive thing here, and I see, is that this area is being protected for now. That's it. That's the only thing really. There's nothing else. You know, this even kind of shady. But if market shows some strength, for example, it makes how do you say it? Like makes a move like this or something, like a powerful move, then I'm okay to feel bullish. I want to be bullish because bullishness, being bullish makes more money basically. I don't like shorting the markets because it's just it doesn't pay as well, as well as being bullish. I want markets to be bullish so I can long the fuck out of it. People don't understand that being a perma bear is the stupidest thing you can do. But forcing your bullishness on the market is also stupid. Markets don't care about you. Markets don't care about what you think, how much you put on it, what you expect. It doesn't give a shit. It just does whatever it does. You're the responsible one. You're responsible of your money. You're responsible of your position, and you're the only one responsible of your thought process around this. That's why in these kind of environments, I don't like to be overexposed to markets because this is for me leaning bullish in decision. This is in decision point, but leaning more bearish. That's what I see. So I cannot really hardcore short this one, but I don't want to long it either. If it shows me something strong, then I'm happy to long. I'm always happy to long. So in this video, I don't want to really dive into other markets because if everything is shit, probably whatever coin you want to see is gonna be shit also, and it looks even worse. ETH looking even worse than BTC. All right, guys. That's it for now, and I'll be back probably tomorrow with a new update after we see the Monday price action. All right. All right. Good night. Cheers.